So today marks day one of the second annual Weather Smart Science Symposium that's being held in Pretoria.
And of course, the aim of the conference is to present the latest findings on climate, air quality, aviation, and also marine research. And of course, our meteorologist, Siphesihle Kunene is out at the conference, and we're going to cross to him now to find out exactly what we can expect from there today. Sihle, good morning.
Very good morning, Sakina. Yes, we're here at the Weather Smart Symposium. It's the second one, just like you said, Sakina. And of course, here it's a meeting of all types of meteorologists. You have aviation specialists, you have marine specialists, and all others that you can expect, even agro-meteorologists. And right now with me, we have, of course, our famous weatherman, Mr. Nigeli Ndabambi. And I'm going to be asking him a few questions about the symposium. A very good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Sihle, and how are you?
Very, very great. Well, just like I said, it's the symposium, and of course a lot can be expected from this. But I would just like to ask you one question. What is the Weather Service's role on the community, especially the young ones? What is the role that they're playing?
The key role of the Weather Service is about safe of life and property. And secondly, it's about decision making. It's actually extended to all population. But most importantly, if you are young, you want to live longer. I just want to give you one example. If you want to take off using the aeroplane, that decision is optional. You might decide to take off or not to take off. But landing is mandatory. Everybody wants to come back to Mother Earth. For the community there, more especially the young ones, we still want them so that they can become the future of this country. So that it is important that they get the information. We are the authoritative voice for weather-related warnings. But when they get that information, they must understand it so that they can make appropriate decision. So you can be warned, but the warning can lead to a serious disaster if one does not know what decision to make. I can just give you an example. People, they circulated the hook emails around recent years, and then they said a hurricane is expected over Gauteng. People, they left their offices, everybody is on the street. Guess what? No car could move because everybody is on the street. So understanding the weather information so that it can be applied appropriately is very, very important.
Yes, thank you. And of course, speaking of the young people and understanding the weather information, I mean, there's a lot of information that you find on the internet. You go to any website, you'll find weather. Yes. They'll say there's a 27% chance of rainfall. Others will say it will be 32. Basically, what I'm just trying to say, even on your phone, you find apps that tell you there's rain that is imminent within the next 30 minutes or whatsoever. Yes. So what makes the Weather Service so different that people should actually listen to the only authoritative voice and not everything that they can find on the internet?
As a National Meteorological Service, we verify our information. So what makes us different is that we've got observation infrastructure. Your weather station, be it rainfall, be it automatic weather rainfall, for other parameters as well, your radar network, lighting detection network, you name them. So with that information, you are able to maintain that infrastructure so that the data that is flowing through that infrastructure is accurate data. So some of the information you get from other apps is just from global models. Some are 200-kilometer resolution, for example. And then they don't have a reference data that has been measured. You can predict the weather, but you still need to record what has happened. Then you use what has happened to verify how close you were to the truth. And then if you're not close enough, you conduct more research so that you can improve on your predictions.
Yeah, so it's the research, it is the information that goes behind it, and of course all the hard work that the Weather Service employees are doing. But of course right now we're going through a very tough time as a country. We're going through load shedding, and soon enough there's going to be winter. And of course, can you please tell us what's going to happen, especially this winter and load shedding? Are we going to have a cold winter, a hot winter?
Okay, I'm not an expert in the load shedding. All I know that you are on stage 4 now, but also all I know that is all related to the power. This coming winter, we expect below normal temperatures. So below normal might also imply that you might have more nights that are colder. But then it means now for the supply of electricity, more energy will be used. So we better have solution before the winter, because the winter will just demand more energy, more resources, more money. With below normal temperatures, let's try to prioritize sorting out our challenges so that the winter can be better than what we could expect if we do nothing.
Thank you very much. And there you have it. Let us try and sort out our challenges right now before the winter comes, because definitely, as we've heard from the meteorologists themselves, it's going to be a cold winter. And that's it from me. We'll be back after this.